first segment of the news is brought to you by KFC.
A lot of bloodshed reported in recent weeks, but the man on the front line of the ongoing war and crime today assured that despite the daily reports of blood and gore, crime figures are down. Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lapinda with your JCN News. It's always good to have you with us. Based on the figures recorded between January to the end of March, crime is down in all areas. In fact, National Security Minister Dr. Bernard Nottage today revealed that there's even been one less murder during that period when compared to stats compiled the same time last year.
And I single out murders because murders are the thing that creates concern among the population that they're most concerned about. If we're able to reduce the number of murders per year, I think that would be a tremendous relief to the average person in our country. I just want to remind everybody that in 2011, the year before we became the government, there were 127 murders in the country. And in our first year in government, at least the first 7 months, there were 111. So there was a reduction. Last year, there was 119, but we are still below the volume that we met.
But despite the inroads, Minister Nottage again acknowledged that crime is a problem that cannot be fixed overnight, adding that bail is still a big issue, considering that offenders who are not tried in a reasonable time are released.
That the Juries Act is being shaped and fashioned now for first reading in Parliament, where we are amending the Juries Act again to make the system of justice to enable it to conform more with the requirements and the challenges that we now face.
The National Security Minister was addressing reporters during a special press conference at Cabinet Office this afternoon, during which the Prime Minister foreshadowed a number of other bigwig resorts on various family islands and here in New Providence. The announcement comes on the eve of the PLP's May 7th victory at the polls. The Free National Movement is meantime rallying the troops to hear their assessment on the Christie's administration's 2-year performance in office. And as Kyle Joaquin tells us, as expected, the party is not at all impressed.
The failures of the government are outrageous. Words spewing from the lips of Free National Movement Deputy Chairman Dr. Dwayne Sands, who was summing up the Christie administration's past 2 years in office. According to Dr. Sands, so far, all the PLP government has done is prove it is an incompetent bunch that's not been able to do anything promised while on the campaign trail. He says undoubtedly the government's biggest failure to date is the botched gaming referendum.
This government has created such a cock-up of this issue. Hold on. That we are not going to provide this Prime Minister with comfort and solace for a disaster that is of his own making. When you lie to the Bahamian people, when you put a referendum to the Bahamian people and they summarily reject it, and then you come back and say, oh, we want to go against the referendum, creating a historic precedent that may take generations to undo, that you want to come to us now so we could fix it for you? No. The devil is a liar.
Dr. Sands says while he could go on and on about more of the PLP's failures, including value-added tax, he'll save that for later. Picking up from where he left off, F&M Senator Heather Hunt pointed out to the PLP's inability to show that it's indeed a party with fresh and original ideas.
The new generation and the younger politicians that are being introduced, myself being one of them in the F&M, I believe it's incumbent upon us to change that approach and change the mind shift in politics. I don't think you should blame the F&M for that. I think it's the issue of introducing a new generation of politicians who will not be afraid to actually tackle issues of national importance and take it head on. And so I think you'll see more of that with the next in the next election.
The F&M's leadership team is expected to further assess the PLP's performance at tonight's mass rally at its Mackey Street headquarters. Reporting for JCN News, I'm Kyle Joaquin.
Well, on the eve of the Christie administration's second anniversary, the government is facing criticism from the labor movement over what that body says has been the failure of successive administrations to better protect the country's natural resources. The National Congress of Trade Unions Bahamas President John Pender today addressed the issue of aragonite. Now, aragonite is a specific form of calcium carbonate sand found here in the Bahamas. It is used to produce cement, glass containers, soil, and agricultural lime. The potential earnings from this sand, Mr. Pinder says, could do wonders for the country's economy, but instead, this natural resource has been given away for pittance.
We're talking about paying off our national debt in 18 months, country debt-free. We're talking about moving from being borrowers to lenders. What China is to the world today is what the Bahamas could be to the Caribbean. We should be lending money, not borrowing money. We have these natural resources, and this is only one of the natural resources we are addressing today. There's about 3 others that is valued as much as this or even more. But the government does not have the will to want to see Bahamians gain economic freedom.
The union is calling on the government to change this agreement to at least allow the Treasury to receive $350 per ton as opposed to the $2 per ton it currently receives. This, he says, at first cost would give the Bahamas government $4.2 billion per annum.
We can live a life stress-free of any financial commitments, but we need the will of the government to do it. And I will close by saying if this government does not have the will to do it, then you leave us no other choice but to do what we have to do, to put ourselves in a position to ensure that Bahamians benefit from the natural resources that God has blessed us with.
You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.
Need another reason to love Sundays? KFC Nassau's got a bucket full with our new Slammin' Sunday special. Purchase any classic combo or mega meal Monday through Sunday. Bring your receipt to KFC on Sunday and get 8 pieces of chicken for just $9.99. 8 juicy pieces of our famous chicken for only $9.99. Get any flavor you love with KFC Slammin' Sunday Special. Sundays with KFC Nassau are so...
Pretty boy, pull over.
Hey, Miss Susie, what you saying?
Epic, have tires for this bloody meal truck here. Any and all sizes. Don't know. Epic over there. Have tires for this chutney. Does it look like you have them in your shoes for these?
Epic Fire Trail is open 7 days a week. 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday. And Sunday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Look at that fancy contraption. Plop that big truck tire off and on quick. And it ain't all jam up. And you can turn around easy and plenty space.
Boy, Miss Susie, you struggling?
Be quiet. Just smile for the camera.
That's because you're used to real beauty. How did you do that?
What, get my clothes so new and clean?
No, so old and dingy.
How dare you?
How dare you? Look, honey, if you want your clothes to look bright and new, you gotta use Blanco lavender bleach with the green cap. Ow!
Blanco bleach with the green cap?
Pay attention. It's right there on the screen.
How do I look?
Look like you need a little lavender bleach yourself. Sorry, if the bleachers make me dizzy. Come back. I was joking.
ESC Distributors Wholesale, the experienced beauty suppliers, has everything you need to look your best, feel good, and enhance your beauty. Soaps, creams, lotions, and oils in top name brands, including those sought-after bedazzled products. ESC Distributors has facial powders, matte and shimmer eyeshadows, and luscious lip glosses. And for your hair fancy, an exciting array of hair and hair products. ESC Distributors Wholesale, Nassau's premier beauty suppliers. Soldier Road, opposite NCA, 394-0819.
Welcome back. Authorities can close the book on their investigation into at least one of the country's recent murders. 20-year-old Shervin Munnings is allegedly behind the April 17th murder of Rashan Sumner. He's actually the 4th person to be charged with the crime. 22-year-old D'Angelo Johnson and 2 juveniles have also been arraigned. Munnings, a resident of Montel Heights, was also formally charged with the attempted murder of Nestle Tilmey. He was not required to enter a plea to the charges. Munnings, who appeared before Magistrate Sabu Swain, was remanded to Her Majesty's prisons. He is scheduled to return to court on May 14th. The accused was not represented by an attorney. A police-related shooting leaves a Grand Bahama man dead. We're told it was shortly before 10 last evening that gunshots rang out from a white Chevy truck that was in the Bartlett Hill area of 8 Mile Rock. Officers responding to the call intercepted a truck fitting that description a short time later. Police say there was an exchange of gunfire. The driver sped off with the police giving chase. The driver, we're told, later crashed in bushes off Warren J. Lavarity Highway, where officers soon discovered that he was dead. A firearm was also recovered. An attempt to enter the Bahamas illegally short-lived for a group of immigrants acting on information. Officers of the Drug Enforcement Unit headed to an area in Dover Sound where they witnessed a white 32-foot Scarab vessel with 3 250-horsepower outboard Yamaha engines pull onto the ramp. Police say a number of individuals offloaded attempting to leave the area in 2 vehicles. When officers stopped the vehicles, they found 4 Bahamians, 3 males and 1 female, along with 6 Brazilian nationals. That's 4 males and 2 females, as well as a Haitian national. All were arrested and handed over to immigration authorities. Investigations are ongoing. Meantime, police in Chubki yesterday arrested a 41-year-old man along with 2 18-year-old men for breach of the Fisheries Act. According to reports, intelligence-led officers went to a fish house in Chubki where they arrested the man after finding them with not only fresh but undersized crawfish during the closed crawfish season. The men will appear in court in the Berry Islands on May 29th. Well, a day after a top police official made a plea to the church to assist in the country's fight against crime, and days after the Prime Minister himself declared that we are in a war, a leading bishop is responding to the call and agrees that the police need the help of all Bahamians in fighting the vexing problem. In a press statement issued Tuesday, Pastor Emeritus of New Covenant Baptist Church, Bishop Simeon Hall, says Prime Minister Christie's declaration that the criminal element in our country has declared war on the rest of us should be taken as a clarion call for all citizens to enlist as patriotic foot soldiers against this criminal encroachment. In fact, Bishop Hall says all sectors of society must become more involved in this national nightmare. Quite frankly, the bishop adds, politicians alone do not make good crime fighters, as they generally see things primarily in their interest of being reelected. He again reiterated that crime is a national problem, noting that pronouncements and warnings by the Prime Minister, the Minister of National Security, the church, civic leaders, and a plethora of others are not being adhered to by some who are hell-bent on a criminal lifestyle. Bishop Hall says it is therefore a must that right-thinking Bahamians develop and send another message to the criminals. The retired bishop added that the staggering level of crime has emerged as more than a political issue, permeating every aspect of our country, affecting us socially, economically, culturally, and spiritually, and therefore needs a holistic, all-hands-on-deck response and should not be left solely to the politicians. He says all Bahamians who love their country must put country above self. Well, that wraps up this portion of our news. Stay with us for a check on sports and weather.
This is your smartphone on 4G. And this is your smartphone with the scorching fast data speeds of 4G LTE. LTE is 5 times faster than 4G, so you get the music you want, well, now. And buffering? Forget it. Stream your movie non-stop from the moment you press play. LTE offers a whole new mobile data experience that isn't just 5 times faster, but also 5 times smoother and 5 times better. Experience mobile data speeds in a way that will change your life forever with LTE. Live the experience. BTC every day.
Squires of the Square Table Lodge, number 201. Modern free and accepted Masons of the world fraternally and cordially invite you to attend a service of thanksgiving in honor of a distinguished Bahamian, Sovereign Illustrious Duke B. Smith, 33rd degree Patriarch, past Supreme Grand Master of Modern Free and Accepted Masons of the world, the most decorated Bahamian in Masonic history. Saturday, the 31st of May, 2014 at 4 p.m. at St. Agnes Anglican Church, Blue Hill Road, followed by the testimonial and gala reception at 6:30 p.m. at the Ballroom Government House. Dress code, Masonic dress, fully regaled. Public dress code, black tie. Tickets can be purchased from the 17 Shop, 5th Terrace, Collins Avenue, on or before May 27th at a cost of only $60.
The Bahamas welcomes over 6 million tourists every year. They spend over $2 billion, create about 97,000 jobs, and contribute almost half of our GDP. That gives us money for things we need, like roads, schools, and hospitals. Tourism is the goose that lays the golden eggs for the Bahamas. Tax policies should encourage tourism growth. To learn more about how a smart tax can grow and protect tourism, go to www.tab242.com. Sign the petition for a smart tax.
It wasn't raining when Noah built the ark. It's not too late to build yours. Weather the storm with fidelity.
If you could see the inside of your engine running on Shell Helix Ultra, you'd see how active cleansing technology really works. Continuously cleaning and protecting your engine. Shell Helix Ultra with active cleansing technology. Performance you can see.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Torino Saunders here. This is your JCN Evening Sports. Sports is being brought to you by Facades Men's Fashion on Blue Hill Road South. It was a big opening night for Bahamian female basketball star Waltia Roll as she made her debut in the WNBA with the champion Minnesota Lynx last night against the Australian national team. Waltia played 24 minutes, finished with 17 points. She shot 7 of 9 from the field, 3 of 5 from the free-throw line, and finished with 5 rebounds and 3 steals. No blocks for Waltia, but she played well. She had 6 turnovers. Waltia and the Lynx will be back in action on Friday when they play the Phoenix Mercury in Orlando. Meanwhile, the Bahamas Top 50 National Basketball Rankings continues last night, and its countdown has reached number 39. Dylan Musgrove, he's in the 10th to 12th grade class. He's ranked 16th in the 10th to 12th grade class, 39th overall. He's a 17-year-old student at Temple Christian that stands at 6 feet 4 inches tall. On Monday, the number 40th ranked player was Nathan Bethel. He's in that 10th to 12th grade class as well, 17 years old, 6 foot 5 inch player from St. Louis Christian in Missouri. On Monday, BTC rewarded the Bahamas Carifta swim team with gifts for their historic first-place finish at the 2014 Carifta Swim Championships in Aruba. Each member of the team got a free Samsung S4 Mini and data cards worth $40, plus other perks. Once again, congratulations to the Carifta swim team, and congratulations to BTC for rewarding them. In preparation for the IAAF inaugural World Relays, the local organizing committee will host a test run meet at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium this weekend. High school and Family Island teams will compete to secure their spots in the pre-championships that will be held prior to the start of the World Relays. The pre-championships will run from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. each day on the day of the World Relays, May 24th and 25th. And finally, we've got scores from the Bahamas Flag Football League. Action from Sunday at the Winton Rugby pitch. The women's division took center stage on Sunday. The defending champions, Bahamas Welding and Fire Pink Foxes, lost their second game of the season, this time losing to the Lady Ravens, who beat them 13-6. Sands Light Lady Lynx remained unbeaten. They remained at the top of the standings in the women's division with a 21-0 victory over the Femme Fatale Predators. Other ladies winners, Dashers, they went down to the Lady Lions 6-0, and the Lady Bobcats beat the Lady Spartans 18-7. In the men's division, the defending champions, Summit Academy Ravens, remained undefeated as they dominated the Bahamas Clara Wolfpack, beating them 34-0. The Finlandia Predators just crushed the Hurricanes, beating them 47-0. Other scores from the men's division saw the Team Elite beat the Spartans 14-8, and in a shootout, the Hitmen 28-27 over the RBC Lions. There's no games in the Flag Football League here in New Providence this weekend. They'll take a break for Mother's Day. They'll resume play on Sunday, May 18th. That'll do it for your JCN Evening Sports. Once again, sports is being brought to you by Facades Men's Fashion on Blue Hill Road South.
At Henry F. Store Electric Company, we supply all your electrical needs for any size project, from residential housing to luxury hotels. We can help you achieve just the right look, from doorbells to chandeliers, table lamps to ceiling fans, wire, conduit, panels, dimmers, switches, plugs, and even tools. And don't forget light bulbs. We have those hard-to-find energy-saving fluorescent bulbs and more. Henry F. Store Electric, number 135 Macklin Street. Over 50 years of reliability, service, and low prices. We also ship to the Family Islands.
The FML Group of Companies, whose owner and the CEO is Craig Flowers, is making waves in many parts of this region as he has received government approval for the establishment of gaming platforms in the Turks and Caicos Islands, Bermuda, and now in Port-au-Prince, Haiti.
The team that we have here in Haiti has gone above and beyond my expectations. I'm very pleased with the way things have gone. It certainly taught me a great deal with this type of reception, and I'm going to take a lot from it as I go back home and give a lot of thought to it.
With FML Group of Companies, everyone wins.
Be dazzled, 100% tangle-free human hair, distributed by The Beauty Shack.
Good evening, and this is your JCN Evening Weather. First look at our surface chart. On the surface chart, high pressure continues to dominate the weather over the islands. And then we have the stationary following boundary just to the south of Inago, Meguana, around the Turks and Caicos Islands. Still got some cloudy periods, 1 to 40 showers. For the most part, the islands are lovely, lots of sunshine and some warm temperatures. In your satellite loop, you can actually see very little clouds, except for the southeast bombers and off to the Atlantic, just to the northeast of the Turks and Caicos Islands. We have some clouds and some showers associated with that weak. That front system that's now stationary should fizzle out sometime during the nighttime hours. In the marine forecast, those of us going to pick up sometime late tonight and tomorrow morning, east at 15 knots, sea 3 to 5 feet. Your tides, you can expect a low tide at 8 minutes past 8 tonight. The next high tide comes at 2:22 tomorrow morning. Sunrise will be 6:30 in the morning, set even at 7:43. UV index 8. Water temperature 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Honeymoon phase, first quarter. Weather night, lovely night store weather-wise, near clear skies, low going down to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Tomorrow, another beautiful day, sunny and warm conditions, high temperature 86 degrees Fahrenheit. On your Friday weather look, sunny skies, warm temperatures, so temperature daytime will now rise into the upper 80s. At daytime, lower 70s at nighttime. Just a slight chance of passing shore. The shower percentage will pick up sometime late Friday into Saturday. That puts a wrap on your JCN Evening Weather. Got to go inside.
The weather is brought to you by Be Dazzled, 100% tangle-free human hair, distributed by The Beauty Shack.
And with that, we end our news this evening. From all of us here at JCN News, have a wonderful and safe evening, everyone.
Take that mess from off the wall. Give that baby back its ball. Leave all the people things alone. There's other ways to get involved. Get involved. Don't be no fool. Stay in school. Let your mind become a tool. Just were made for fools to be. Locked away from society. Get involved, get involved. Get involved, get involved. Get involved, get involved. There's other ways to get involved. Get involved, get involved. Let's go. All right. Woo. Don't be no fool, stay in school.